Symmetry theorems. Theorem number 4. If there are n identical paths from the point of entry to point of exit, then the current divides equally among the paths. Theorem 5. If the circuit is symmetric about a plane containing the point of entry and exit, then all the points on the line of the plane perpendicular to it are at the same potential. So based on this, let us consider one problem. Example number 1 in Q problems. Find R17 in the network shown. Options are 5R, 6R, 5 by 6R, 6 by 5R. So here we need to find R17, that means between point 1 and 7, which are diagonally opposite in a Q, we have to find the resistance. So resistance of each side is taken as R. So our intention is to calculate resistance between 1 and 7. So let us assume that it is connected to a battery. 1 and 7 are connected to battery. Let us say 1 is connected to positive of the battery, 7 is connected to negative of the battery. Now the network is symmetric about diagonal, the line joining 1 and 7, this diagonal. Therefore, current in resistors are distributed symmetrically about the diagonal. So current distribution can be considered this way. So let us say current is entering at point 1. So let us say 6I is the current entering. 6I is the current entering. If 6I is the current entering, so at point 1 there are 3 identical paths. So current should divide equally. So it should be 2I, 2I, 2I. Right? Then at point 5 it splits into 2. One goes to 8 this way, one goes to 6. So it should be again equally divided. So this should be I, this should be I. 2I is split into I and I. Now at point 2 again it should split into 2 equal parts, I and I. Then at point 8 it should split into 2 equal parts, yes. At point 4 it should split into 2 equal parts, I this way and I this way. Correct? Now, so this 2I flows till 4, this 2I flows till 2. Then at point 3, this I and this I, they will merge. So again it will become 2I from 3 to 7. At point 8, this I will merge. So again 8 to 7, current is 2I. At point 6 also, this I and this I, they will merge. So current reaching point 7 is again 2I. So this is the distribution of current. Now apply KVL along this particular path. So 1, 2, 3, 7. Any path you can choose. So applying KVL along 1, 2, 3, 7. So first, to start with point 1, it is not a closed loop. So potential at point 1 let it be V1. Then you are traveling this way in the direction of current negative, minus 2I into R, minus 2I into R. Then again minus 2 to 3, you are traveling in the direction of current again, minus I into R. 3 to 7, you are traveling in the direction of current, minus 2I into R is equal to, you will reach 0.7 V7. Now send V7 to this side. V7 is potential at 0.7. See, we are not completing the loop here. If you complete the loop, that means where you started at 1. If you end at 1 again, you should write 0. But here we are not ending at 1, we are ending at 7. So that's why we start with potential at 1 and we end at potential at 7. Send this V7 to left hand side. So V1 minus V7 is equal to, this will become 5 IR. So V1 minus V7 is, if you connect a battery of potential V here, V1 minus V7 will be V. It is potential difference applied between 1 and 7. Then we will get V is equal to 5I into R. V is equal to 5I into R. Then if R17 is equivalent resistance between 1 and 7, then V should be equal to, what is the current entering here? It is 6I total current into R17. This is from your Ohm's law. Call this as 1, call this as 2. So comparing 1 and 2, what do we get? 6I into R17 is equal to 5IR. This is also V, this is also V. So potential difference between 1 and 7. So R17 is equal to II get cancelled, 5R by 6. So this should be the answer. So that is option C.